If you watched last night's Teen Mom 2 reunion special, which was rather lamely subtitled Behind the Screams, then you know there was no shortage of raised voices. But as is so often the case with heavily edited reality TV, we needed a bit of post-show insight from the stars themselves in order to clarify exactly what was behind all that shouting. As you probably already know, Brianna De Jesus and Kailyn Lowry nearly came to blows on 2 separate occasions but were held back by security both times. Everyone on hand was appalled for the obvious reasons, but there was also a secondary cause for the confusion and anger that seemed to ripple through the room. It seems Kailyn Lowry was outraged that the show's producers put her in harm's way. And she wasn't alone. Chelsea Houska is currently pregnant with her second child, and she was reportedly so appalled by the unsafe conditions on set that she considered quitting the show. Kail pic, Teen Mom 2. The castmates both made their frustrations clear in tweets that were posted immediately after the show aired Monday night. The producers encouraged me to text Brianna to meet up prior to that scene with Chelsea, Lowry wrote. Came out of left field with the higher-ups are asking if you would be willing to talk to her and added their own suggestions. She added. They really make it look like it was my idea to ask her to talk. I also texted 3 producers on set and said don't put them behind me on the couch. Of course, Brianna was seated near her on the stage, and that's when the second round of violence broke out. Chelsea echoed Brianna's sentiments, revealing that she was so disgusted with what took place that day that she didn't even watch the reunion. I already watched tonight's episode earlier and it made me feel so sick to my stomach that I was even around any type of physical altercation while pregnant, Houska tweeted. Unfortunately, I put too much trust into people that I thought were looking out for my best interest and safety, she added. Houska, see. Looking back, I wish I would have listened to my gut feeling and not have gone to filming that day at all. Chelsea's father, Randy Houska, was even harsher in his assessment of the day's events. The fact that at MTV higher-ups said they would not let happen exactly what did happen, was ridiculous, he wrote. I firmly believe it was all set up with Brianna ahead of time to flip out like that. Randy went on to say that the network should have taken disciplinary action against Brianna and her sister, Brittany. Exactly what at Chelsea Houska predicted would happen and at MTV promised would not happen. There should have been severe consequences, he tweeted. But it seems Brianna doesn't entirely share her castmates' views on who's to blame for last night's debacle. This whole situation would have never happened if PPL minded their business on who I was F-king. Also, I wasn't scared, I popped off in front of cameras cause I was tired of things being done secretly and PPL playing the victim, she wrote in a series of deleted tweets. I saw plenty of MSGs in JV's phone of a certain someone talking about me and my family. You can't point fingers if our hands are just as dirty. Ironically, these days, it's Brianna who's doing the finger pointing by implying that Kailyn is entirely to blame for the melee, and she and MTV are not at fault. Meanwhile, Kailyn has already refused to continue her working relationship with one producer, and further shakeups may be on the way.